So my name is Mazvita, and I am currently in year 2 at Cardiff University, and I am studying medicine. Growing up, I absolutely always loved answering the question why. Like, why is this happening? What causes this? What's this made of? How does this work? And I loved the why of everything. But I also, as I got older, loved chemistry and biology. I loved knowing about elements. I loved knowing about how all our body cells interact with each other. And I just loved seeing the chemical side of life. Above all, I also really loved people, and I think just talking to people, interacting with people, knowing what people love, what people care about, and why they do what they do. And so I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, I love people, I love chemistry and biology, and I love knowing why. And I kind of put that all together, and it just made medicine. So it was less for me that I always wanted to be a doctor, but more that I looked at what I loved and so what does that make? And it made medicine. It's so clinical based, so that means that I'm in hospital wards, I'm in GPs, I'm actually interacting with patients, I'm taking bloods, I'm injecting people. It's so clinical. The next thing I loved is that we have this thing called student selected component, and what that means is that we get to choose an extra thing that we want to look at or are interested in. And that might mean volunteering with someone who needs help, or an elderly or someone who's disabled, which is something that I personally have done and loved. Or that means you can be in labs and you can be discovering cures for cancer, or looking at how viruses work, which is an amazing other aspect of it. Or you can go even more clinical and you can just shadow a surgeon and see how they do like heart surgery, which is amazing.
What do I love
about university? Wow. Big question. University is amazing. You're able to kind of pursue what you want to pursue, and it's not like forced. It's not what everyone's doing. It's not like everyone has to do geography. No, it's what you want to do specifically. You get to live with your friends. I think that is amazing. It's like a big sleepover forever. Cardiff, I get to visit people. I get to go up into like the mountains. I get to just do all these things that I feel like I wouldn't have been able to do. Things, and at Cardiff specifically, you get to climb Penafan, which is amazing, or go to Barry Island, which is amazing as well. What I love about the social side of Cardiff is that there's over 200 clubs and societies, and I personally do field hockey. I also do gospel choir, and there's so many different other clubs and societies that you can do. I mean, there is rugby, there is hockey, there is swimming, there is netball, there is climbing, there's taekwondo, there's karate, there's dance, there's everything under the sun. And the difficulties, I'm gonna miss home so much, but it's such a learning curve, and I think everyone has to go through it. Another thing is that you might live with friends who are a bit different to you. Some friends are a bit messy, some friends are really loud, some friends are just so different, and it's just an adjustment to learn kind of who you're going to live with. And it is hard to be proactive. It is really hard to be like, okay, Maz, go and do your work. You have to do all this work by 4 o'clock today, because I just procrastinate. I start watching TV. I think I would love to just explore the roots of medicine, like the chemistry and the biology and even the physics. But medicine is so full of different aspects to it. So I think in the future I'm really kind of looking at like research in terms of medicine as well. I'd also be really keen. I think my ultimate goal is to be a medical doctor for the United Nations. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I'm very, very keen to do that, because I really love people, and I want to know how people are being treated in different countries and in different systems, and I want to know how we can make everyone get the best care and everyone be treated and be healthy, because I think the whole world needs equal and fair treatment, and that's not the reality right now. So that's something that I'm really passionate about. You can look at public health, you can looking at how viruses spread and how we can stop virus spreading. You can also go into vaccines and how that works and if they're necessary. You can go into the clinical side of things, which is just looking at patients and what patients need, and are we helping patients in the best way that we possibly can. And I just think there's just so much to do when it comes to medicine, and there's just so many open doors, and that's why I love it. We were made to thrive.